Race 1 at Kensington on Saturday. It's the Tab Highway over 1,300 metres, and I'm keen on Zardoro here despite a wide gate. He was a good thing beaten 2 starts ago at Rosehill. He was very unlucky fresh at Randwick last time out over the 1,200. So the 1,300 here suits, but he's just got to overcome that very sticky gate. There does look a lot of speed in the race, however, and if Sam Clipperton can just find a bit of cover during the run and let loose down the outside, I think Zardoro can get the cash. Number 8, Elegant Ellen. She's got a bit of form around Zardoro going back last campaign. She's very good fresh, and I think she's over the odds and the main danger. Number 5, Assault and Bathory, got the blinkers going on first time. That'll bring him right into contention because he's a bold on-pace galloper. And I thought number 11, Toulon Brook, coming off an easy win at Dubbo last start, could certainly get involved at a bit of a price. So my numbers in the first, 3, 8, 5 and 11. Race 2 at Kensington on Saturday for the fillies and mares at benchmark 78 over the 1,400 metres. And I like the Chris Lees trained Bubbles Ball here. She's a very consistent mare, 8 starts. She's been in the Quinella on every occasion, including last start at Warwick Farm where she chased home Keller. And she drops back to mare's grade. The only little query will be getting a strong 1,400, but the way she's been closing off, I think she will. And the soft gate with Jason Collett to ride, certainly a big plus. The main danger, number 3, Helga. She goes well here on the Kensington track. She's drawn to find the front or at least sit outside the lead. And with 3 kilos off for Chris Williams, she looks the big threat. Keep number 10, Constellations, very safe. An Anthony Cummings trained 5-year-old mare. She's had 2 quiet trials. She's always shown a lot in a handful of starts, and she could certainly get under the guard here at a bit of a price. And number 5, Wimlar, on the quick backup from last Saturday, goes into the first 4s. My numbers in the second, 7, 3, 10 and 5. Race 3 at Kensington on Saturday, a benchmark 70 over the 1,100, and I'm keen here on the Godolphin runner Pandemic. Trained by James Cummings, obviously. He's come up with barrier 2. He's only been to the races once. He was heavily backed and he got the job done in terrific style over 1,000 metres at Wyong. The second and third horses have come out and won at their next start to frank that form, and he gets in here on 53 kilos. So loads of upside and potential around Pandemic. Number 5, Making Whoopee. I think she's the big danger. She led them to win at Warwick Farm first up. I think she'll be better ridden with a sit, and she'll get the opportunity to do that here with plenty of speed in the race. Number 3, Irish Songs, booming winner of a highway recently. I won't worry about the wide gate for him. He'll be rattling home. And number 7, All Cylinders for Peter Roble. He's been trialling really well, this horse, and off a soft gate, I expect him to be in contention for a long way. My numbers in the third, 9, 5, 3 and 7. Race 4 at Kensington on Saturday at benchmark 78 over the 1,000 metres, and I'm taking God of Thunder on top here despite a horror gate. He's drawn the outside and he was scratched recently due to a wide gate, so ironically he's still going to have to go around off this draw. He's trialled the house down at Rosehill. He's been gelded during his spell and he looks to have come back a much better conveyance this time around. And despite that gate, I think there's enough speed in the race for Brent Navdala to get some cover back in the ruck and finish off over top of them. Number 6, Natalia. Forgive last start on that soft track at Randwick. She was caught in the worst part of the going from barrier 2 on a day where they were swooping down the outside. So I think she can bounce back quickly. Number 5, November Man. He loves it here at Kensington. 7 starts for 6 placings, and he's never missed a top 3 finish around the 1,000 here. And number 2, Royal Witness. Well, he loves it even more. He's had 2 starts over the 1,000 at Kensington for 2 wins, so I'm putting him in my top 4 and my numbers in the fourth, 7, 6, 5, 2. Race 5 on the Kensington track on Saturday, a benchmark 78 over the 1,550, and in a race where there are a few scratchings, I'm now with Watchdog on top. Barrier 1, James McDonald. He's been to the track 3 times before and been placed on every occasion. He's a model of consistency, and with this race falling away, he's now my top pick. Head of the 1, Nocio, on the quick backup after a competitive 4th behind Sweet Deal last Saturday. The 5, Commander. He's a little bit hot and cold, but his recent form would suggest he's holding his consistency really well, and I think he'll be suited to Nasharawilla. And number 8, Flying Piero. Just missed at Canterbury a couple of weeks ago. He's got to be in the mix as well. My numbers in the 5th, 6, 1, 5, 8. Race 6 at Kensington on Saturday. It's the Premier's Cup Prelude over 1,800 metres, and I'm going with Wolf on top here for Gai Waterhouse and Adrian Bott. He's a horse who has now had 5 starts for 4 wins in a second. He's had 3 trials to get him ready for the 1,800, down on the 53 kilos. He's got the tactical speed to put himself in the right spot, and I think he can continue on the winning streak. Number 13, Wolf. To beat the stablemate, number 1, Stampede, he's got to give Wolf 10 kilos in weight, but he's certainly the class galloper of the field. The blinkers go on 3rd up, and he'll roll forward off a soft gate and be there for a long way. The 7, So You Win, he's come up with barrier 1. From his past 6 starts, he's produced 3 wins and 2 seconds, so he's still improving. The Chris Waller trained 5-year-old. And number 10, Savacool, another one for Chris Waller. She loves it here at Kensington. She's had the 2 starts for a 1st and a 2nd, and I think she's worth throwing into your multis. 13, 1, 7 and 10 in race 6. Good luck if you are going to play the quaddie at Kensington on Saturday. These are my quaddie numbers. First leg, 13, 1, 7, 10 and 2. Second leg, 4, 11, 6 and 7. Third leg, 8, 10, 5, 1 and 12. And the final leg numbers, 7, 10, 5 and 1. There are 400 combinations in that quaddie, so use the tab Flexi betting option to suit your budget. And good luck with your Kensington quaddie on Saturday. Race 7 at Kensington on Saturday, the spring preview handicap over 1,400 metres. I'm keen here on Seaway for Chris Waller. He's got the race fitness on his side. He was second up winning the Winter Challenge at Rose Hill last time out over 1,500. He's got the pace to put himself in the right spot. He overcame a wide gate to win last time, and he certainly likes good tracks. So he gets everything made to order, and he's got fitness over a few of his main rivals here. One of those that also has fitness is the 11 Bangkok. I've marked her as the danger. She's won her last two, both at Randwick, so she's got to switch that now on the Kenzo. But I think she'll handle that no worries, and she seems to get through all sorts of going, and she's down in the weights for Rachel King. Away from those two, number 6 Wren's Day, a very interesting runner. He's an import, having his first start for the James Cummings stable. Looked good in a recent trial at Rose Hill. Hard to work out where he's at, but I've marked him as a query. And number 7 Special Missile tried really well at Rose Hill behind Avilius coming into this race, and the Freedmans look to have him in a really good position first up. So my numbers in race 7, 4, 11, 6 and 7. Race 8 at Kensington on Saturday, a benchmark 78 over the 1,400. Again, a couple of scratchings have knocked this around, but I'm keen on Shock Alert to win. His second up run at Canterbury, he did all the work outside the leader under a big weight, and he went down fighting. He drops a bit in weight here. He gets out to the 1,400, and I think being on pace without so much pressure, he may just be able to go that one better. Number 10, Venezuela. He's an interesting galloper now with Kim War, and I like the way he's been trialling a lightly raced former Irish horse, and he's only had the 5 career starts and he's knocked up 2 wins. So keep him very safe. Number 5, Nicochet. You know what you get with him. You get an honest performance, probably more a place chance than winning chance, but he did get the job done last start. And number 1, Thy Kingdom Come, did produce a huge win here at Kensington the only other time he's been here. So my numbers in race 8, 8, 10, 5 and 1. Race 9, the last event at Kensington on Saturday at benchmark 88 over the 1,100, and I'm taking a gamble here on Ranier, first up from a spell. There's loads of speed in this race which will suit the racing style of Ranier. He'll get back. He's had the 2 trials. I've liked both of them, and I think he'll be rocketing home at a bit of a price. In the last, 10 of his 13 starts have been in stakes races, so he does look well placed in a benchmark 88. Number 10, Murillo, an interesting galloper with the Snowdens. He's trialled really well behind Dothraki. I thought he went better than the stablemate there, and he didn't fire last prep, but his 2 starts, but he was in the market, and he's got terrific Group 1 European form, Group 2 form as well, going back in his earlier days. So give him another chance first up. The 5, Mr. Songman. He's just got that outside gate, but we haven't seen him since he won by 7. He's had the 2 trials to get ready, and if the track happens to be playing towards the outside late in the day, all of a sudden that barrier doesn't become such a problem. And that's going to be said for number 1, All Too Royal as well. He's drawn the 2nd outside gate. Great first up figures, trialled well, and of course had that huge campaign last time. So my numbers in the last, 7, 10, 5 and 1.